The Mahabharata is one of the two major Sanskrit epics of ancient India, the other being the Ramayana. Attributed to the sage Vyasa, this monumental work narrates the Kurukshetra War and the fates of the Kaurava and Pandava princes. It is a tale of duty, honor, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. Our story begins with King Shantanu of Hastinapura. He falls deeply in love with the river goddess Ganga. They marry and have a son, Devavrata, who later becomes known as Bhishma. However, their happiness is short-lived as Ganga eventually leaves, taking their son with her. Years later, King Shantanu encounters Satyavati, a beautiful fisherwoman. Captivated by her charm, he marries her, and they have two sons, Chitrangada and Vichitravirya. Upon Shantanu's death, Bhishma takes a vow of celibacy and dedicates his life to taking care of the kingdom. After Vichitravirya's untimely death without an heir, the sage Vyasa fathers Dhritarashtra, who is born blind, and Pandu. Dhritarashtra marries Gandhari, who gives birth to 100 sons, known as the Kauravas, and a daughter, Dushala. Pandu marries Kunti and Madri. Through divine intervention, Kunti bears Yudhishthira, Bhima, and Arjuna, while Madri gives birth to Nakula and Sahadeva. Tragically, Pandu dies, prompting Kunti and her sons to return to Hastinapura. The stage is set for an epic tale of rivalry and destiny as the Pandavas and Kauravas grow up together. Years pass, and the rivalry between the Pandavas and Kauravas intensifies. In a grand display of skill, Arjuna wins Draupadi's hand in marriage, but due to a misunderstanding, she becomes the wife of all 5 Pandavas. This union further fuels the animosity between the two sets of cousins. Tragedy strikes when Yudhishthira, persuaded by Duryodhana and Shakuni, engages in a game of dice. He loses his kingdom, his brothers, and Draupadi. Draupadi faces humiliation in the Kaurava court, but is saved by the divine intervention of Krishna. The Pandavas are sent into exile for 13 years, with the last year incognito. They endure numerous trials, but remain resilient. Upon their return, Duryodhana refuses to restore their kingdom, leading to the declaration of the Kurukshetra War. The battlefield of Kurukshetra witnesses unparalleled heroism and tragedy. Arjuna, guided by Krishna, receives the profound teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. This sacred dialogue addresses the moral and philosophical dilemmas faced by Arjuna, emphasizing duty, righteousness, and devotion. The war sees the fall of many great warriors. Bhishma, bound by his vow, fights valiantly, but is eventually defeated by Arjuna. Drona is tricked and killed, while Karna falls to Arjuna in a fierce duel. Abhimanyu, Arjuna's brave son, sacrifices his life in battle. In the climactic final battle, Bhima defeats Duryodhana in a mace fight, marking the end of the war. The Pandavas emerge victorious, but at a great cost. Their loved ones are gone, and the kingdom lies in ruins. Dhritarashtra and Gandhari mourn the loss of their sons. Gandhari, in her grief, curses Krishna, foretelling the destruction of his clan. Yudhishthira ascends the throne and rules justly, but the burden of war weighs heavily on him. Eventually, the Pandavas renounce their kingdom and embark on a final journey to the Himalayas. One by one, they fall, leaving Yudhishthira to reach the gates of heaven alone. The Mahabharata, with its intricate narratives and profound teachings, remains a timeless epic, exploring the depths of human nature and the eternal quest for truth and righteousness. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Mahabharata, an epic tale that continues to inspire and enlighten generations.